You stop, a plan over the government of the Republic of Uganda. Stop. With who? Stop. With Dr. Kizza Besigye.
Listen, that guy is he discussed a plan to overthrow the government of Uganda.
Stop. You stop. A plan over the government of the Republic of Uganda. Stop. With who? Stop. With Dr. Kizza Besigye.
I love this guy. Look at these guns, weapons of war. For what? All of these people denied knowledge. Look at how many people are escorting him. Oh my God.
You're watching Mordecai Marissa Live Political Commentary. Please consider subscribing to help grow Uganda's Voices of Struggle ecosystem. Thank you.
I cannot appreciate you enough for using your valuable time to always go on social media, break down things for people.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I just woke up just a few minutes ago, and what I did is open my social media platforms, try to follow events, the torment in hell, and you won't be surprised with what is going on in Uganda. 2 opposition leaders, 2 courtrooms a day. That has again left many Ugandans asking many difficult questions. Now, you might be wondering, if you are watching this for the first time, this should be breaking news to you. Dr. Kizza Besigye collapsed during court proceedings before Justice Baguma Emmanuel. Now, these scenes unfolded after weeks of complaints from himself and his lawyers over denial to him to access his personal doctors. It is unbelievable. This is the true definition of a politically motivated kangaroo trial. And then I'm going to show you here where Kizza Besigye is being given government lawyers after denying him access to his own lawyers. Remember, one of them was abducted by jackbooted thugs, and I'm referring to the Lord Mayor of Kampala, former Lord Mayor of Kampala, Elias Lukwago. Another one denied access to Uganda, and that is Martha Karua from Kenya. But if you think that's so much, before Ugandans could process that development, another very bizarre bombshell unfolded or followed. Honorable Muwanga Kivumbi, the National Unity Platform Deputy President for Buganda, who has been missing for more than 2 weeks after being abducted. We saw this on video. If you follow this page, I showed you that. Resurfaced under police custody at Nateete. He was taken to Nateete Police Post before being produced in court, and he was charged with incitement of violence and remanded until August 11, 2026. It is unbelievable. But I should read you this before I show you Besigye collapsing and then going further into these details. Ladies and gentlemen, take a look at that. This is 8 hours ago. The military filed an affidavit denying knowledge of the whereabouts of Honorable Muwanga Kivumbi. They state that they did not abduct him and is not under their custody. This after the police also denied knowledge of his whereabouts. Take a moment and think about that. The military denied knowledge about Muwanga Kivumbi. They even signed an affidavit. The police denied knowledge of Muwanga Kivumbi. Unbelievable. Let's go here. Let's continue reading. Of course, we've seen these kinds of denials before, including the case of Kenyans and that of 2 NUP deputy presidents. They lied on oath that they did not have them, only to produce them days or weeks later. Under normal times, officers who lie on oath would be held liable for perjury. Hopefully, they will soon produce Honorable Muwanga Kivumbi and take away the incredible pain that has engulfed his family and friends. Where is Honorable Muwanga Kivumbi? That's the question we've been asking. This is the affidavit where they say that in response to paragraph 6, supporting affidavit, I categorically deny that officers of the Uganda People's Defense Force abducted or unlawfully detained the applicant as alleged. That in further response to paragraph 6 thereof, the deponent has not disclosed the basis upon which he concluded that the persons allegedly involved were officers of the Uganda People's Defense Forces? No. Has he exhibited any material linking the respondents, excuse me, to the alleged incident? It is that, what do we, I cannot even tell you, describe the damage these things, the precedent that's setting for our country. So many years to come, people are going to be using these kind of stupid foundations. How do people get abducted in broad daylight? It's not like we are just alleging. Jackbooted thugs with guns abducted this man with in the presence of NBS television. And police says, we don't know where he is. Or Uganda People's Defense Force, come on. Us? We don't know. So, I can't. Okay, let's go on here. I told you about the collapse of Dr. Kizza Besigye. This is him protesting Justice Baguma. Watch. Here is Dr. Kizza Besigye collapsing.
Stop.
You
Stop.
a plan over the government of Uganda.
Stop.
With who?
Stop.
With Dr. Kizza Besigye.
Listen, that guy is he discussed a plan to overthrow the government of Uganda.
Stop.
You discussed a plan over the government of Uganda.
Stop.
With who?
Stop.
With Dr. Kizza Besigye, with Frank Tahiri, and Joel Wakakima.
This is sickening. This is a Banana Republic kangaroo trial. It is unbelievable. Now you have to understand, like I said, I think I'm going to have to show you here the story I'm telling you about of, let me show you here. I had a story here. This is Besigye. I'll read you here what NBS says. Okay, just a second, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, should have prepared better. Okay, if you want to read with me, state-appointed lawyers Julius Serambala and Sarah Awede have made their first court appearance to represent Dr. Besigye and Obedo Dutare and Dennis Ola. Imagine, they abducted his lawyer in Erias Lukwago, denied entry to another lawyer of his, and this is Martha Karua from Kenya, and then they appointed the accuser who accusing Dr. Kizza Besigye of treason, then appointed lawyers Julius Serambala and Sarah Awede to represent Besigye. I can imagine the level of injustice. I don't know how we even normalize this, that the government of Uganda is going to convince themselves that, you know what, this is a thing the Ugandan people are going to buy. What?
The CVs clarified that he accepted on condition they work alongside his privately retained lawyers. Besigye and Obey declined the state-appointed legal team. Besigye told court that although the lawyers had submitted their CVs, none had handled a case of the nature he is facing. He also referred to a pending case before Justice Chinobe challenging state-appointed legal representation, saying he and his co-accused Hope Court will first await the ruling expected later in August. Ola reiterated that the state-appointed lawyers would only represent him alongside his personal legal team.
Like that doing everything illegal, immoral, unethical, because they know they don't have any evidence to support their claims. Now, I'll go on and show you Medad Lubega Segona, who happens to be the lawyer of Muwanga Kivumbi, and what he says about the remanding of Muwanga Kivumbi till August 11th, 2026. Here is Medad Lubega Segona. Listen in here, ladies and gentlemen.
We have not been able to establish where he's been all along because he himself doesn't know.
Look at all these guys with guns in the background. All for what? To instill fear, to show you how serious we are. If in any way you try to oppose us, see, we have jackbooted the thugs who cover themselves with weapons of war. Look at him.
He was blindfolded, taken, and dumped to a place that he does not know. where he received more than a fair share of the beatings.
Imagine, they beat up Muwanga Kivumbi. Like, that's not news to us. This is what we've normalized. Do not normalize that lawlessness, that impunity. If a person is arrested, or if the state has interest in any person they suspect of being a criminal or having committed a crime, there's a concept in the Constitution that is known as due process. Please familiarize yourself. The government should familiarize itself with something called due process. How do we arrest somebody? How do we process the arrest? What follows? You don't send your thugs and goons to abduct a deputy president of the largest opposition political party, keep him incommunicado in a torture dungeon as you torture him, and then you still want the Ugandan people to have trust in the institutions of government like the judiciary. Are you kidding me?
Until he bled profusely after being hit on the head. That's when they stopped beating. The only treatment he received, he says, was only to stop the bleeding.
What? Muwanga Kivumbi.
When their personal doctor came, he said, I do not know what to do with the skull because I need a CT scan, which has not been done, and of course, which could not be done there. So to answer your question, I answer it in the negative. We do not know where he has been. For the rest of the proceedings you are able to follow, we presented sureties within this shortest time. We were able to urge out his case to justify bail. Unfortunately, there is a misunderstanding of the law by so many people. The accused is not supposed to justify his bail because the freedom is guaranteed in the Constitution.
Exactly.
Once he satisfies the criteria set out in the bail guidelines to demonstrate that he has a fixed place of abode, he's not a flight risk, he has no intention of interfering with witnesses, if any, that are not known to him anyway, it is the state to justify the clawback on his freedom. Unfortunately, the norm seems to be different. Some people think that the person must justify why he should be free. An innocent person is not required under the law
Exactly.
to justify his freedom. So with all that, I think the Honorable Court, in its greatest wisdom, has adjourned the matter to 11th, basically another 2 weeks, close to 2 weeks of now quoted lawful incarceration. Very unfortunate. But even that date will come.
For clarity, what is he charged with and what are the particulars according to what the state could have said?
Kivumbi is charged with managing an unlawful society.
Muwanga Kivumbi is charged with managing an unlawful society. What?
I will not take you into the technical intricacies. Because you know the English say, when your enemy is making mistakes, you do not interfere. So for that reason, I will not disclose the technical intricacy with that. I continue to know it alone with my team. The second offense is inciting violence. Again, I will not discuss the technical intricacies of the particulars disclosed in
Ladies and gentlemen,
the charge sheet.
Uganda is at an extremely, very, very bizarre crossroads. Everything we see, I cannot imagine. I don't know. We're going to have to either to find a savior. Otherwise, you know, I was having a conversation with my friend, my homeboy Steven, yesterday, and I told him what Uganda would have been And I was speaking negatives here. I wasn't sort of missing or saying, oh, see how we miss these wonderful opportunities. No. How would Uganda would have been with Norbert Mao as president? Imagine. He's always posed as a Democrat, but he's been a dictator in a political party, an opposition political party. And even when he was appointed Minister for Constitutional Affairs and Justice, I think justice has been denied and delayed to people. He never says a word. Constitution has been violated over and over again as he continues to enjoy or engage in these stupid jokes he usually tells in press conferences. Oh, let me tell you a story because me, Norbert Mao, I've been told that I am charismatic and I have good oratory skills. So let me tell a joke as I laugh. As I look at people being shoved into concentration camps and being tortured and their fingernails plucked out, but I'll tell a joke, I'll tell a story. Imagine Norbert Mao as president. And when I look at things like that, and looking at the incarceration of Dr. Kizza Besigye and his age, I can hope, but I feel a little bit pessimistic that he might die through this. I mean, I'm not being pessimistic. He's been denied access to his doctors and lawyers. Then I see Bobi Wine in exile. Who is there that's going to stand and convince the Ugandan people? Others are being abducted and, disappeared, the likes of Muwanga Kivumbi. I don't know the future of Uganda. If I die tomorrow, I'm sorry, I feel a little bit pessimistic. Now, I said all that to say that I believe that there's we have 45 million people. I believe that, please, there's a cry in me for people to stand up and say, no, we love our country. Things will have to change. Renew hope and optimism in us who are teetering on a brink of complete hopelessness. Maybe I should tell you, this is Muwanga Kivumbi being brought to court. I should show you. I love this guy. Look at these guns, weapons of war. For what? All of these people denied knowledge. Look at how many people are escorting him. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. Jeez. And then I had another video, I think. Look at him. It's another view. And this is in Mutambara. When people found out, you can threaten some people, but not all of them all the time. When people found out that was going to be produced in Mutambara court, his supporters were already there. That's why you hear them chanting and applauding and applauding. They're right there, And Jules Senyonyi stood in sureties for him, for his bail, and he was denied bail. We know that. It's sickening. Here's a. Well, ladies, we're gonna stop here. I think now that's WhatsApp as we speak right now. Please make sure that you are subscribed to this feed. We're going to be continuing to follow updates coming in from Uganda. I don't know what to say. I'm really, really speechless. But subscribe. Let me know what you think down in the comment section and invite others to join us. My name is Mordecai Maurice. I'll be back here soon. Stick around. Bye-bye.
Did you enjoy what you just watched?
I'm sure they did.
I'm going to guess that you did. How about you consider subscribing to Mordecai Marissa Live YouTube channel? Thank you.